Here we go. We live. Here we go. What up, fellow knowledge seekers? What, man? What are you looking at me for? You know that's the only part I know.
I'm not looking at you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. Welcome back. Fellow knowledge seekers, my comments busting through your speakers. I know it's been a while, but we're back. And I don't know if we're going to be back every Saturday or every Wednesday because this guy over here keeps changing stuff. However, what's up, Midnight Assassin? Let me start clowning with you. Because you got quiet when you seemed like I was kind of mean and being toxic. I lost my screen. Oh, hold on.
You was over there trying to fix some stuff. I was like, I'm gonna let him do his work. Let him fix some stuff. I'll let him do that. I'll sit over here.
Fuck.
You trying to
Have you seen the new trailers? Or any of the trailers?
Nope. So let's get into the trailers then.
They're gonna be doing backflips.
Because I lost what I was doing. 1 second. And here all right, so I need everything on the main screen until I figure out what the HLL hockey sticks is going on.
What the what? What the what?
There we go. Gotcha. All right. Get ready to be amazed.
They're gonna be doing backflips to get you to jump.
Oh,
or do you prefer Chris? Either's fine.
Can you tell us a little about your skills?
I'm considered the finest marksman in the world.
Like the dog?
Yeah. I am also proficient in hand-to-hand combat.
How many warnings do we have today?
That popcorn still here?
Love popcorn.
My budget's getting really big, my notes stop.
I have a variety of helmets.
This guy sucks.
Excuse me. Am I supposed to be able to hear you guys? Excuse me? You were talking about your button stuff? And also you said that I suck.
ah!
It's not funny.
I don't get it.
We saved the world.
I thought everyone would finally treat us like heroes.
I don't need anybody else to just forge my own home.
Living in the worst level of Grand Theft Auto.
I've come to the conclusion you suffer from a particularly severe form of toxic masculinity.
What?
This has been monitoring Peacemaker ever since Rick Flack Sr. was named director. You know that.
Till this time? Yeah.
Me, Peacemaker.
Mexicali, you scan for any anomalies throughout that house. Pony boy, don't let him out of your sight. Titties, I want you to take the front door. Encino man, you take the back door. Got it?
Yeah, but not the fucking names, dude. You can't just call us that.
Where do you think you're fucking Berkeley?
We are the 11th Street Kids. No one will ever break us apart. Ready for the next adventure, pal?
Yo, was that a clone of Peacemaker at the end?
Man, it looked like he went to another dimension. And he saw like, you know, his version of himself in another dimension. That's what it looked like.
Okay. I'm hyped to kind of see Peacemaker season 2.
Oh, but you ain't like season 1.
Nope.
Why would you want to watch season 2?
Because sometimes season 2 is better than season 1, and if season 2 is interesting enough to make me go back and watch season 1, then I always give these kind of shows their props.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't see if you don't like season 1, how you would even like season 2.
It's the same thing that I did with Alternate Carbon.
Oh, man. Oh, for real? Like you didn't like season 1?
I watched season 2 first, and then I went back and watched season 1.
I did that too. Well, you had me do that because I didn't even know what that was till you put me onto that.
I thought you watched it first.
I watched it first.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you put me onto that.
nope,
I think
you watched it first. But
Yeah.
anyways, that's the way I do my process sometimes. You wouldn't understand that as a non-really movie going watching, non-comic book reading type person. You know, I picked up a comic book in issue number 6 of the series. And because issue number 6 of the series was so good, it made me go back and it made me think, oh, hold on. Let me get my motherfucking roll on and go back and get issue number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I started from the beginning and got caught up on that.
This is true because, like, if you watch anime, you got to watch that jump from the front, bro. You just lost. So you right.
So that's what I'm saying. So the trailers to Peacemaker makes it look interesting. And if y'all wondering what Midnight Assassin talking about, well, you ain't like season 1. For me, I'm just not a fan of Peacemaker's humor and the way it's written. I think for his character, in my opinion, is too goofy for the seriousness that's going on around him. However, I'm not hating on the overall show arc and the plot and that kind of stuff, because guess what? We can all sit and eat at the superhero table. All right. But Peacemaker season 1, I made it to episode 4, and I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't my cup of tea. And I actually sat and watched it. And like I said again, I'm not hating on it because I know that every comic book in the comic book shop won't be my cup of tea.
That's true.
All right, but it'd be somebody else's cup of tea.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I love it. It's like one of my favorite shows, but it ain't for everybody. But it is what it is. Everybody's different. Everybody likes different stuff.
There you go. Finally, no, don't agree with me. Just be like, you just don't look good, and you suck, this, and the Marvel suck. Your whole life suck.
Oh yeah, the Marvels. The Marvels is different. You love it. I don't like it. You know, I like Peacemaker. You don't like it.
Right. So yeah, so I think Peacemaker comes out August. Yeah, in August. Hey, but before we move on to Peacemaker, on our secret bat internet thing, movie thing that we share. I don't want to say the name of it. Anyways, it's a show called Murderbot that's on there. Yeah. I would just me as a suggestion. It's a great show. It's about a robot who's AI robot type that's sworn to protect humans or whatever. But anyway, it's huh?
He stops doing that.
No, well, he still wants to do it, but he wants to also live his life at the same time. It gives the pros and cons that if he go on a killing spree or whatever, something happens. So he decides to say, well, all right, I'm gonna act like I'm guarding him, but also I'm gonna sit here and watch my favorite TV shows. So what he did is he hacked his programming, and now he watches his shows and interact with humans when he got to save them or whatever. While at the same time hoping nobody discovers his secret. So Murderbot, the episodes are like maybe 22 to 25 minutes long. I actually watched all 5. On Wednesday, and I was looking forward to watching the next episode that came out this Friday morning. So for me, Murderbot is a go. I actually like it. So that's my suggestion for the week. Check out Murderbot. That's on Apple. But it's up to you if you want to check it out. Then next time we come back on, you let me know what you think of it, and then we go from there. But I actually enjoy it.
All right, well, I'll check it out. Murderbot.
All right, so let's move on to this next.
I'm gonna make your nickname Titty, like on the preview, Peacemaker.
Oh, yeah. By the end of the show, I'm gonna come up with you a name. What was the next one? The next one is Gen V. So for me, Gen V on my algorithm on TikTok, my algorithm on TikTok, the people who I post and that interact with, they're not feeling Gen V.
Really?
And I mean, it's like maybe 2 out of every 10 like Gen V, and then the rest of them kind of don't like it. So I'm trying to bust my way into that part of TikTok or YouTube that enjoy Gen V, so we can put out stuff to them. Because right now, some of the people that's coming in don't like them. And I made a quick video about Marie Monroe, because they said that these characters are kiddie characters, childhood characters, Saturday morning cartoon type characters for 6 to 14 years old. And I wrote back with I kind of replied back with a video saying, hold on, player, like Gen V ain't for these kids. You know what I'm saying? They giving off trauma, blood, drama, and everything else. And I'm like,
what? That's a testament to the parents today. Like, they ain't supposed to be letting their kids watch this stuff, and they just like, oh, it's for the kids, and it's just like, no, you ain't.
Right. And I give you that point. But then the other piece with Gen V that I was saying is I did a comparison, and I'm gonna do another comparison because they said that these was low-level lab-made heroes. So I did a comparison. My comparison was just Marie Monroe and Head Popper, Victoria Newman. All right, go against your top ones that's going on. Batman, he dead. Deadpool, he dead.
Well, not Batman. Batman has plot armor.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. If Marie Monroe and Victoria Newman, Head Popper, step on the battlefield, it don't matter. They are done. I did Blade. You know what I'm saying? Iron Man is salsa in a tin can if he go against Marie Monroe and Head Popper, point blank, period. Right?
And what armor would you be like? Oh, she got the cold that day.
We listen. What about their plot armor?
Own head. She popped her own head. Like, that's
one sided argument. What about their plot armor? Marie Monroe and Head Popper. What was the other one? Guardians of the Galaxy, the original group. The only one making it out of that fight against Marie Monroe and Victoria Newman is Groot. That's it. That's the only person making it out of that fight. But here's the kicker. What can Groot actually do against Marie Monroe and Head Popper? You can't. Their durability is off the charts. We watched Huey shoot her to the head, hit her with this. The only person that took out Head Popper was Butcher with the tentacles at the end of the show. So we don't know if she's actually dead or can pull herself back together. What we do know, and then the other piece is, we do know that at the end of Gen V, the last episode, we know that Homelander hit Marie Monroe with the lasers to the chest, and she survived. So that was my thing. So once I did that, so when we say they're low level, they're above all the street level characters, but they may not take out Superman, Thor, Hulk, those type of characters, Adam Warlock, but everybody else, they bleed. They gone. I even put Thanos in there because I seen Thanos bleed. I'm like, we could have taken out Thanos on many different ways. And I get a lot of people say Ant-Man, but my thing is, if you got Doctor Strange on the battlefield, and notice in Endgame, that's what pissed me off with Endgame. In Endgame, you got Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel on the battlefield. And there are a couple others that we could have used, but Doctor Strange on the battlefield is a very dangerous thing. We could have just vanished Thanos' whole entire army into the mirror dimension and been done with that.
Man, I think Captain Marvel could have done it by herself.
Exactly. Because we watched Scarlet Witch. Well, She won Scarlet Witch. She was just Wanda back then. Do that. But anyways, my point with Gen V is while people keep saying they lab made this and that, they're powerful, but a lot of people saying, oh, they don't stand up to the legends. But then my other thing is what in their dimension or in their storyline, is the foundation of their dimension or universe different than the 616? Is it different than Earth 1, Earth 2 in DC Comics? Because buildings are fucking buildings. Gravity is fucking gravity. Did that change? Because Homelander, his lasers is blasting through freaking buildings. You know what I'm saying? Roads. They're throwing people through walls. Are the walls weaker? Anyways, I'm done with that. Let's watch the.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Thanks for letting me re-enroll. I'm grateful.
You're an eye twitch away from leaping across this table and ripping my throat out with your teeth. I get why you're upset. What happened?
Stay behind me.
Hey, you guys!
I'm Cypher, your new dean.
It is time that humans learn that what runs through our veins is true thought blue.
I think good will come with this. I think it ever does.
I'm gonna burn school down to the motherfucking studs.
Let's fucking go.
I will be preparing you to push your powers to their fullest potential. You are not students, soldiers, and you will fight.
Your heart.
We should run. Should be doing this. It's not. Shit. Whatever we do it together.
You have no idea what you're dealing with.
Let's go. 3, 2.
Sophomore year is gonna be lit.
Man, they opened the back of that van and the traitor was standing right there. You guys like, oh no. And
Yeah, so
you hit in the chest with Homelander, and then they open the back of the door, and it's just like, oh snap, the traitor.
hold on, man. Let's...
What? Yeah, TG Nick, what's up?
Nickelodeon.
He said he still haven't seen the show.
Man, listen, Nick. If you do anything with your life, because I know you be doing these all the character evolutions. I think some of the character evolutions maybe you should start doing from their universe, because you can at least do from the comic book to the actual show, like with Homelander. And then with the boys, you can show the characters that they actually changed. They did the gender swaps or the race swaps.
The gender swaps.
Yeah. You can show that, because I'm going through the boys right now, because one was supposed to be first of all, you got Dark Noir. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be a clone of Homelander. And then come to find out he's his own person. And then they did another evolution where when Homelander took out Black Noir, they went ahead and just got somebody to replace him that looks like him. This guy got narcolepsy. He fall asleep while fighting. Trying to think of another person that was supposed to be, there was supposed to be a female. There's supposed to be a male, but we made him into a female. And then of course, A-Train's supposed to be a white male. but he's actually black. I think that would be some great stuff to do for your channel. But Gen V is the spinoff of The Boys, and so I haven't gotten to the comic book side of this universe, all right, to see what the comic counterparts are. But what I do love is that they're highlighting a power that controls blood. And when you're dealing with blood, the average superhero has blood. So then we got to talk about how strong is their blood, because we know how strong their muscles are, but we don't know how strong their blood is. And that's my thing with Head Popper and Marie Monroe versus Thanos. Until Marie Monroe was pushed to the limit, in which we seen in that last episode, he said, "I'm not adding any more franchises to the channel. I couldn't do another video race female swap characters." Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point.
Right. Yeah.
Good point. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. Marie Monroe, we seen her grow in the first episode, because at first she didn't really she knew how to use her powers or whatever, but she wasn't sure of her powers. She didn't like her powers. She didn't feel like she could be an actual superhero chosen by Vault. You know what I'm saying? But now we're starting to see she's more powerful than what they let on to be. And plus, then Victoria Newman came in and told her, "Yo, you're more powerful than that." So yeah, I gravitate towards her and what she do, but I also gravitate towards Jordan Lee, because he can. This dude can switch between genders in one body with the same powers. I'm like, that's the Wonder Twin activate. You know what I'm saying? On both sides, you got two characters in one body doing the most. I mean, and both of them are powerful. Both of them got ridiculous durability. Woo! And then I like Lil Cricket's powers to a certain point, because it's funny. Because 1 minute to get bigger, you got to eat, and then as she gets bigger, her powers are the same as Ant-Man and Goliath. But we don't know exactly how big she can get, depending on how much she eats. But we do know how small she can get if she throw up. I just thought that was a nice add to her powers and how they work. But then we started to find out that she don't have to eat to get big and get small. Her powers are tied to her emotions, which means she can automatically get big and get small based on her emotions, which means she can get super strength, which leads us to Sam. You know what I'm saying? Sam to me is the equivalent of the Hulk, but without the muscle, as Midnight Assassin would say in anime. They don't have all the muscles and all that. But Sam Rodon, that's how we say his name, Sam Rodon. This dude can leap miles. He don't fly. He got super strength, but his downfall is he have illusions. He have illusions. He crazy. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, man, I don't want to be around him. But yeah, Marie Monroe, when pushed to the next level, she took out Kate's arm. She bursted it. And I was like, oh. Then Homelander hit her with the lasers to the chest, and then she survived. Because, you know, I thought she was gone. I mean, I don't know. But what you got to add to this right there, bro? What you got to add to this right here, bro?
I just know I'm ready to watch it, man. Like, I'm trying to find out like what's going on, how Marie Monroe get captured, like she get hit by Homelander, then she wake up in the facility. It's like, what's going on in that facility, and how she go from the facility back to school? Like, I mean, how all that happened? You going back to school? Like, I'm trying to find out what happened, man. Because like, it's like I'll be like, why you going back to school? Like, it's like, yo, build an army, go burn the school down. Why are we going back to school? But I know the whole show, like, oh, we got to do it from within or whatever and stuff like that. So I'm
I can tell you, I'm interested to see how they're gonna play it out. But of course, it's always something to where, hey, you can either be here in this facility or you can go to school. I bet you something like that. It's always something like that. But I would be interested to see how they package it, because it's always a story of who the antagonist. Good versus evil. And right now, I like the way that the Boys universe is portraying politics and what's really going on in the real world on screen. This is funny to me because you hear we need to show the humans what Vault Blue runs through our blood. It's interesting, Vault Blue, which is opposite of what's going on. Anyways, we'll talk about it a little bit later. Let's get into the Superman final trailer here. I'm hyped.
I was gonna say, I hope they don't do like the Thunderbolts.
The most powerful being on planet Earth finally made it. Now, as planned, I'll destroy you.
Oh!
Of course, that reporter you always do interviews with. Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
The plans will work.
Wrap it up.
Good luck with that.
Oh!
What?
What's on the water?
I don't even know. Hey,
Hold on, let me show you again.
crypto fighting? Hang on.
What? What's that? What's on the water down there?
I can't even really tell. You can't find it.
Mr. Terrific!
Quit messing around.
I'm messing around doing stuff.
Woo!
Hey, buddy. Right up here.
So I'm gonna tell you something. I know they don't give us 1,001 Superman trailers. I mean Superman movies over the years. But I can't lie to you. As we get closer to the movie, like before, I was like, ain't gonna be all that. But as we get closer to the movie, I'm like, I want to see it. You know, I've been reading all the negativity on one side. Why they got his head flying through the air looking big? You know, I don't like his outfit. I don't like that. Man, listen. Superman? I'm going to see Superman, dog. What you think?
No, I mean, like, you know, like you saying, everybody's talking about they hating it. Like I was on the phone with a buddy last night, you know, and he was just like, I don't know, man, that just look stupid. I don't know why. I just don't want to see it. I'm like, yo, just give it a chance. It's kind of like when James Bond like changed. Like everybody was like, oh, James Bond usually like, you know, he got brown hair, but then Daniel Craig come out, he got blonde hair. But it was just like, you know, he played a really good James Bond when he did it. Like he embodied the part. And he like bodied that whole role. I'm just like, okay, like let's see what this dude does and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna watch it and take it from there.
Yo, and listen, and this was the other thing too. This is what I love about this Superman movie, and you already know how I am. I like to see men, and in this day and age, I like to see several supervillains and several superheroes in the same show. So it's saying, oh, this is Superman. Right? But we're going to give you Mr. Terrific. We're going to give you a Green Lantern. We're going to give you a Hulk girl. And also, we're going to give you a villain that you don't know nothing about. I had his name written down right here, but I forgot. So the villain, a lot of people's thinking that's, we don't know who he is, but if he's able to beat Superman's butt, you know, that kind of stuff. We got the engineer in there, the chick that was cutting up stuff in the thing. They are giving us several supervillains in this show. In this movie at the same time. So for me, this is why I'm going, because I'm 50 years old. And so remember we got the first Blade. We only had one hero in that movie. Then we got Spawn. Then we got Superman. Then we got another Superman. Then we got another Batman. And all we had was just Batman fighting all these criminals. Now, in this time, we got a movie that's full of other superheroes, but we're going to call it a Superman movie and not call it a Justice League movie or a Justice Society of America, but Superman with several heroes and several villains in there. I got to go see it. I got to see what y'all doing on these new things. But my thing is, right now, I truly understand that no matter what movie comes out, there's going to be equal amount of hate with the same equal amount of people that want to see it. And let me hit you with some surprising numbers. The Thunderbolts was set to outdo Captain and Falcon America. They was put in a position to do better than Captain and Falcon America. Do anybody know why? I'll tell you why. Do you know that the Thunderbolts was able to be seen in 200 more theaters than Captain and Falcon America? How many more theaters do you think Superman will be able to be seen in?
All of them.
Exactly. So when Superman outdo Thunderbolts, some people say, oh, it's just poor writing. It's this. Nah, marketing and availability to watch it. This is why sometimes some movies do better when they come out streaming than they did in the movie theater, because they was only allowed to be seen in so many movie theaters in so many countries. But Superman versus Thunderbolts, Superman is worldwide. Thunderbolts is not. Superman is worldwide. Captain and Falcon America is not. I did the homework. I was like, whoa, this is deep. This is deep. So was Captain Falcon America and Thunderbolts kind of set up for failure? Yeah, because guess what? Thunderbolts got great audience reviews, but it still failed at the box office. And while Captain Falcon America wasn't a poorly written story, they gave you everything in the movie to let you know why this happened, how this happened, and where we pulled it from. Because a lot of people who really watch Hulk #2.
Which one was that?
The one with the leader in it. The one that was played by, what's his name? Thornton. The second one. Edward Thornton, yeah. So Captain and Falcon America, a lot of stuff was pulled from that Hulk movie. And then, of course, a lot of stuff was pulled from Captain America. And then a lot of stuff was pulled from Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, I'm trying to... You turned it.
I gotta talk to these youngsters, man. Yeah, that's Hulk 2, bro. In fact, we can say honestly it's Hulk 3, because if we go back to the 1970s with Bruce Banner walking around with a Hulk show, and then we got a Hulk with Banner, then we got a Hulk with Ed Norton, then we got a fourth Hulk with the current MCU Hulk.
There's a Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Thank you. Yeah. So, anyways, I had to put that out there. So, this has been a great show. Midnight Assassin. Get ready to close us out.
Yeah, man. I wish they would have killed that lady in Thunderbolts.